In this video, let me introduce Tableau to you and help you create your first dashboard. We're going to look at a sample data of awesome chocolates and understand the sales pattern and who our top 10 people are. I have recently started learning Tableau and I found this technology quite interesting and very useful. Now let's start by downloading free Tableau public software. The link for this is in the video description. And once you download and install the software, open Tableau public. When you open the software, it greets you with a welcome screen where it will ask you to connect data in a file or open an existing workbook. Because this will be the first time you are using Tableau, we will need to bring in some data. I have provided a sample data set of an awesome chocolate for you in the video description. Grab the file and open that through Microsoft Excel options. So I'm going to tap on that, and then let's bring in the sample data for our 10-minute exercise. This will show you a preview of your data in the table format. Our data has all these columns. We have salesperson, country, product, date, amount, and boxes shipped. This is a chocolate business, so these sale people have shipped this kind of chocolate to various countries on the dates available here. And that's how much money they've generated. And this is how many boxes they have shipped. Given this information, let's analyze with Tableau and understand the whole process. This is the data view within Tableau. If you have got multiple tables or multiple data sets coming, you can kind of connect the data and do a little bit of data modeling here. But let's go to the next one, which is the sheet option here. So in fact, it will highlight that, go to the worksheet here, and then we'll call this as a sheet 1. Understand this, each sheet is one visual within Tableau. So if I want to have, let's say 5 graphs for the presentation, then I need to create 5 sheets. So each sheet, the way we think about this is, if you have used Excel before, you can kind of think about this like a pivot table. You have rows and columns and values. Whatever you put into the row and the columns, that's how the visual gets constructed. Let us see a very simple visual where I want to know how much amount has been generated for each of the countries to which we are shipping the chocolates. So we have countries here. We can drag and drop it into either row or the column area. Yeah, alternatively, you could also place them here. Let's just put that here. So one row per country. I'll get it like this: Australia, Canada, India, New Zealand, like that. Now here I want to see a value. I'm going to take amount and put it there, and then the amount will show up. Now in this visual here, we have constructed a table visual, but you can see that in the corner here, the show meeting light up. And this is where Tableau suggests that this given data, you could create any of this kind of graph. So let's select a column chart that shows up like this. Now here it's a stacking one on top of another. I don't really like this. So I'm going to take the country and put that into columns so that we can see one country per column. Now, accidentally, what we have actually done here is not only we created one column per country, but we have also highlighted each columns in a different color. This may not be necessary, but what is happening is because of the way we have set up Tableau. Tableau has actually done both things. It has created a column chart, but it also giving us different colors to each countries. That is done through the mark area here that you see on the screen. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this one so that there is no mark and each country takes up the same color. So this is my basic graph that shows how we are going to do each country. Let's say you like this, but you want to arrange these columns in descending order so that this country with the highest sales is on the left and the next country follows. To do this, you can use these buttons on the top and click on this. It will adjust like this. This look pretty good, right? Now let's go ahead and create one more visual that explore the data in a different way. So I already have a sheet called sheet 1 where my country are listed. I'm going to use the plus button again on the sheet and introduce a new worksheet or a sheet where we are going to now look at some other features of Tableau. So let's say I want to see who our top 10 salespeople are. We can take 6% and put it into rows and amount into columns, and we will get a graph like this, each salesperson and their amount. And again, we will sort this so that we will see this information coming up in this order. Now, because we want to filter this just so that we are looking at the top 10 people, we need to set up a filter. So this is where the filter option comes in here. I'm going to take the salesperson again and put it into filter, and then here it will show me the kind of filter that I want to do. The default will be, I can, for example, exclude a few people and click OK, and those people will go away. But that's not the filter that we want. What we want is, we want to see the top 10 people. So I'm going to go and edit the filter. You can just click on that little arrow and edit it. And from here, I'm just going to tap on all the button here so that everything is selected, and go to the top and say by field, top 10 amount, sum of amount. So this looks perfect. And if you want, you can adjust this. You can change this to bottom and click OK. And then this is going to show you these top 10 people. So now we have two sheets. One showing me what is happening by country, and another showing me what is happening by person. Let's go ahead and bring these two together so that we can present it in an interactive report. That kind of a thing is called dashboard. So you can introduce a new dashboard by clicking on this plus button here. When you add a new dashboard, again, Tableau will give you a canvas. Usually the canvas or the space for the dashboard is kind of like an A4 shape. So it's tall and it's wide like this. But if you want, you can change the size. So you can use the size option here, and you can specify a different size. So you can kind of say automatic, and then that will kind of stretch the whole thing. Or you can use fixed size or specify a range. I'm just going to go with the automatic so that we stretch out the whole space. And then we have both sheet, or sheet 1 and sheet 2. These are the ones that we've created, and you can introduce them. You can just click and drag and drop here and do this like this. Depending on how you put them, both charts will go and sit on the screen. I'm going to collapse that. Now this is the default layer that works, but if you are not happy, you can rearrange everything. The default behavior when you add stuffs here is a tiled behavior, but you can also set up a floating behavior. One way to do this is, once you already have stuffs here, you can use the more option and enable the floating things here. So I'm going to make both of these floatings. What we'll do is I will arrange them so that they look the way we want. And when you're making these floating, another way is, if you want to make sure the sheet is actually stretched inside, you can go on this arrow feet and then entire view, and that will stretch the visual to fit into the entire view, so that there is no issues with alignment of these things. So now I have got sheet 1 and sheet 2. When the information is useful, the name are good. Again, you can use these and either uncheck the title, or you can edit the title here. Alternatively, you can go back here and you can kind of type a title. So I'm going to type a title here that says search by, and here. So now when I go to the dashboard, those are the title that will show up. This is all good. Let's just click on Australia and then see what happens. When I click on Australia, Australia gets highlighted here, but none of my top 10 lists change. So what I want to do next is, if I tap on Australia here, I would like to update this list to show me who our top 10 people are within Australia. So for this to happen, we need to select the first sheet. Click this and then say use as filter. Now that we have set this particular sheet to be used as filter, if I tap on Australia, my top 10 list here changes, and then it shows me how these people are doing, who are the top 10 people within Australia are. So we can go to India. We can see here that Chess Bonnell is our highest person. Canada, you can see that this is all good, but it's kind of like two parts of puzzle, right? But without any introduction. So a good way to wrap up this particular dashboard is maybe we can move everything down and then show a quick business summary up top. What I would like to show is a total amount, or how many boxes we've sold, how many shipments we've made, the 3 numbers. I will go back here and add one more sheet. This time, let's use the show me option here to build what we want. So I'm going to start by adding total amount and then select the table option. This is what we want. This is what we want to construct, and then add boxes here. Turn this into a table. So we will have amount and boxes. Now, these two are good, but what I want to do is I want to count how many shipments are there. The shipment count is, if I go to my data view, each row is one shipment. So I just want to count how many rows are there. So for this to happen, you need to now create a count. In fact, Tableau is quite helpful. It has already done a data count here. If you observe this, you know it is. But let's just say you don't have these and you want to use something on your own. What could you do is you can right click anywhere and then say create calculated field and then create your own calculations. So this is kind of quite deep, but you can create your own things. I'm going to say shipment count, and you can already see that count square bracket data is used. So this is the count functions that we are using. But you can see there are a lot of other functions you could try out. Let's use that, and then that shows up my shipment count. And I'm going to take out the other one. So these three informations are here. This is good, but I don't like vertical orientation. So I'm going to take measure names and put it into columns so that I get this kind of a format. And now this is perfect at this point. If I want, I can just rename these as a business summary. And while you are here, if you want, you can apply some different formatting on these things as you wish. So business summary is showing up in blue color, and if you want, you can apply different colors and other things as well. Now let's go back to our dashboard and bring that business summary here. So I'm going to take sheet 3, put it here, and make sure that this is also floating, and resize this like that up top, and finally make sure this is fitted into the entire view, and we get this. So this looks perfect. I can click on Australia, and then this is actually changing the entire report for me. UK, India, beautiful. Let's just do one last thing, which is take these numbers and make them big so that they are easily readable and eye-catching. So go back to sheet 3. To do that, once you are here, just right click on any of these and then say format, and then this will take you to the formatting of this. Right now we are formatting the field, measure values, and then this font is this here. So let's just make this 16 point, and I'm going to go with the semi-bold version so that the numbers look good. And then let's just adjust the format of this from number to currency. Let's take out the decimal point. So this looks perfect. And when I now go back to my dashboard, I will have these big text value. So for my key summary information and the graph and everything looks beautiful. So now we have finished all of this. To save this, you can just hit the save button here, and then this will ask you what is the name of this. So I'm going to call this our first report. Save it. Because it's Tableau public, it's not only going to save this, but it's going to publish this to the Tableau website where anybody can see it. That's the whole idea of Tableau public. So don't use your business data or sensitive information with Tableau public. But if you want to use your own business data or something, then you need to get the paid membership of Tableau to be able to use that. But once this is there, you can see it. You can share it with anyone, and they can also interact with the with the data to see what's going on and get all the informations. So that's the basic introduction to Tableau. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. Let me know in the comment section how you find it. If you enjoyed this video, do give it likes. To get similar vibe on SQL, Python, Excel, subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment section. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.